Welcome to Mor-In The Know podcast. I'm your host, Josh Morin, Vice President and co-founder of Fueled Supplements, as well as sobriety, woke, business, and wellness coach. Mor-In The Know delivers an array of content based on marketing, health and fitness, personal branding, addiction, and often goes down the rabbit hole of conspiracy, politics, and the truth. If you seek to better understand the inner workings of human performance, business, consciousness, and humanity, you have come to the right place. Thank you for tuning in and tagging along. Let's get today's podcast started. What's going on, everybody? It is Thankful Thursday, episode number 31. Man, we are really rocking and rolling on these. We have 7 of these left, and I am thankful for all of you. Yesterday's Naked News is on an all-time high. Obviously, because of the name, for sure, and I got a lot of you guys to tune in because I have my clothes off, and my faith is that you'll watch that more than the first 30 seconds to a minute and really gain some insight and some value and some inspiration, and hear me out. But today, we are back to our regular scheduled Mor-In The Know broadcasting series. No naked news here. I'm delivering in a old acid-washed Arizona State. This is an OG tank top and Trippy C. Shout out to those guys. Give them a follow. I'll leave their link down below. Today's content is this, and I found myself today especially at an awesome day. And not only an awesome day in productivity, but an awesome day in connectivity. And I feel that is what we all strive for, is connectivity. And I've said this over and over and over again, is love is what makes the world go round. Money pays for the trip, but where is the love? And the love I felt lately, and the love that I'm feeling right now, is that connectivity that I have in my life. And I've said this before, is that I feel sometimes through my social media platforms, through my friends and my network, that pretty much everyone that I'm around is conscious, really conscious, woke beings, people who are very woke, who have lifted the veil, have red-pilled themselves, and allowed themselves to be truth seekers, truth finders, and faithful people. I mean, even people who are incredibly religious. I've had some phenomenal people in my circle of influence over the last few years that are across the scale, from people who are past addicts, that people who are in who are very religious up in Utah, who are LDS. I have a lot of Catholics and Christians, and I have a lot of phenomenal people who are part of my journey. And I just want to say thank you to everyone out there for giving me such a broad spectrum of information and opinions and viewpoints of life and what this thing is, because none of us really know. None of us really know what is going on. We all think we know what is going on, but the fact of the matter is that the more you think you know, the more that you understand that you don't know. And that's where we're at right now. And it's not that to stay in this don't know, I don't know state of being. Live in that state that you do know, and you live in your state of your truth. But in the broad spectrum of like what is actually going on in this whole big thing of life, this matrix of life, the simulation of life, who really knows? But I've said this before, is I don't want to check out. I don't want to check out. I want to check in, and I want to squeeze out every single drip, every single opportunity, every single drip of love and passion and experience that I could get from this human experience, because we are consciousness navigating through this flesh vehicle, and I only get one of these flesh vehicles, or who knows, maybe I get 10 of them, but I'm going to make the most of this one flesh vehicle that I have. I'm going to paint all over it and keep this permanent paint all over my body, maybe get some piercings, grow my hair out, whatever it is, man. Take my shoes off, grow my beard out, and live this life as beautifully and as consciously as possible. And with that consciousness and being and living in that state of truth, the message today in today's podcast number 31 is you must surround yourself with people who also vibrate on that same vibrational frequency and that vibrational disc. What I found myself is over the last over a year now of sobriety, is I've really began to separate myself, and maybe some of the relationships are consciously being separated, and some of the relationships will simply find their way through, because when you become more conscious, when you elevate and lift your consciousness, essentially what happens is you're no longer on that same vibrational disc and that same vibrational frequency as those around you. So people who do not resonate on that frequency, it just seems that you guys go your own ways. You go your separate ways, and you go your own path, and that's okay. That's completely fine. What matters is where you are on your path, and what you are the most important person in your journey. No one else is. You are the captain of your ship. You're the captain of your consciousness, and it is your moral and spiritual responsibility to be the absolute best captain that you can possibly be. It is not your responsibility to save people. It's not your responsibility to help people. All you can do is share your journey and be and stay your best self, your rooted self. But on your journey, you're going to have to collaborate and connect with people that you love. On your journey, you're going to require some people to teach you some lessons. On your journey, you're going to require people to inspire you, to influence you, and to allow you to be that person of influence and affluence that you always want to be or have wanted to be. And so that's where today's message comes into play, is amongst my journey. I just realized that today just really hit me before I got on here. I spent about 4 or 5 hours on the phone today connecting with either through business, inspirational content, marketing, planning, organization, all across the board. I have groupthink sometimes. I have mastermind groups. I talk to my friends on the phone, but it's very conscious and it's very diligent. When I speak to people on the phone and we have conversations, even just in the here and the now, I do not have unnecessary, short-lived conversations that's small talk. I just don't. I don't have any room in my life for those types of situations and scenarios. Why? Because I'm filled with abundance, and those around me are doing exactly the same, and they are spreading that light, love, and positivity so fast and so abundantly and so limitlessly and so effortlessly that it's so hard to be living in the space of surface level conversation of being just shallow. There's no use for that. Small talk is one thing with strangers, but small talk with your friends should never be the situation. You should have conscious, abundant conversations with your friends, your family, your network. And that's what I'm here to say today, is on this thankful Thursday, I'm thankful. You truly are. You truly do become the average of the 5 people that you hang around most. And I look at my mentors, and I look at the people who are in my life, and I look at the people who are consciously in my life, and who I've decided to consciously surround myself with, who I decided that I take so much value and insight and inspiration from. And I look at these relationships that have grown and continue to grow and continue to flourish, because not only am I beginning to understand why I do the cause to the effect, and be able to separate myself from the feelings that have shaped my past, those in the opposing relationship are doing exactly the same thing. So what does that equal? That equals 2 people who are equally working on themselves to be their best self. And what does that equal? That equals a fruitful relationship that's going to manifest abundance for years and years to come. And that's what I'm here for, as I'm here for these relationships, and I'm here to surround myself with people who have that same synergistic energy about them, that same zest of life, that same abundance, and that rich mentality of rich in love, and rich in money, and rich in care, and rich in joy, and rich in bliss. And they're not taken down and taken away from their rooted self in this space of negativity, of fear, of guilt, of shame, abandonment, and the things that have shaped their past, events that have shaped their past. They begin to separate themselves, detach from what has happened in the past, and live in the now. And I know that so many people that I'm collaborating with that are listening to this message are on that same journey, on that same path. And I want to let you know that I'm very thankful for you, that I am beyond grateful to have you in my circle, in my influence, because that's where I receive my inspiration, not only from source, but I receive that inspiration from you. When I look around and I see my friends having these abundant lifestyles, where I see them growing their businesses and having flourishing relationships romantically and platonically, and when I see them having phenomenal results in their lives and reaching their goals, that just fills me up, man. That's what inspires me. There's so much cake, man. Everybody can win. There's so much abundance. There's so much room for opportunity. There's so much money in this world. Every single person can win. So why can't it be you? Have that rich mentality. Have that mindset that it can be you, and ask yourself, why not me? If they can do it, why not me? Look in yourself in the mirror, have that conversation with yourself, and ask yourself, what are you scared of? All these years, that's what I asked myself, is what was I scared of? And the fact of the matter is fear. And it wasn't the fear of failure. It was a fear of responsibility that success required. Success requires a certain amount of responsibility that you must step up and be your best self. I thought it was going to be too much for me to handle. I played this story over and over and over in my mind. But success is easy. Success is easy. You know what's hard? Being broke. Being a broke dick. That's what's hard. Being broke as fuck is what's hard. Struggling, that's what's hard. Being in resistance, that's what's hard. You know what's easy? Being in flow. Being in a state of effortless, being in this limitless space of letting go and detaching yourself from the events that have shaped your past and living in the here and now. Being rooted, man, nothing's easier than being rooted. And once you find that space, and once you find that place, and you find that groove, and you'll be able to deliver on that, and each and every single day you're willing to show up, not take lapses, but show up and stop relapsing back into the old thoughts and feelings that perpetuate the same events over and over and over again, but just with a different person or place or thing. And it's once you're ready to make that commitment, once you're ready to stop that relapse phase, then life takes on a whole nother meaning, and you'll begin to be able to feel and have this attraction to abundance. You'll begin to have these synchronicities into your life. And you'll just be filled. You can feel that zest in your lungs when you're driving down the road and the wind is hitting your face, when that music's coming inside your ears, and when you're connecting people, when you shake someone's hand or you give them a hug after a phenomenal conversation, and where you just get so connected and so intertwined with each other's energy. Those will become not freak things, but everyday, ordinary things. And that's what I feel that my life has become. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who has made that leap in your life. So when you're listening to this and you're hearing me say these things about you, that you know it's absolutely true. And I want to let you guys know that I love you, and I am so appreciative of those who watch this podcast in its entirety. I know some people who have watched every single one so far, have listened to every single one. And even if it's 4 people, that fills my heart, man. That absolutely fills my heart. And that's what wakes me up in the morning and keeps me going and keeps me driving. So find your why. Find the reason why you do what you do. Find that deep, that pull, that strong pull in your heart. That's that calling that you have in your inner mind that says you can do it. Why not you? You can do it. Why not you? That's today's message. I'm thankful for everyone on this Thankful Thursday. I appreciate you joining in and taking along on Mor-In The Know podcast number 31. Woo, baby. We are cranking these out, and I am rocking and rolling. I'm revving and roaring, baby. And it's been a phenomenal journey, and I will keep on keeping on. And as always, little reminder at the end of every podcast, if you want to get your supplements, I'm offering a discount code for the next 24 hours. If you listen this long, you can receive 30% off of the products behind me. That excludes protein pancakes, comeback, blood rounds, and on-sale items. The rest of our 15 items or products are on sale, so be sure to check out fuelsupplements.com. Apply code FUELED30 at checkout. Best products on the market, top-of-the-line manufacturing procedures, highest quality raw ingredients, and some of the top formulations in the entire market. Fueled Supplements at fuelsupplements.com. Stay more in the know on my Instagram page at Mor-In The Know. That's MORINTHEKNOW. Or check out morinthe.know.com. And if you inquire to work with me, I do success coaching. If you are someone who is an entrepreneur, a business owner, an athlete, and you're wanting to take your game to the next level, I will greatly assist you on making 2020 the best year, your best year yet. Thank you guys for joining in and taking along. I'm out.